Before we begin this series, we need to give some credit where it will be very much due. The idea for this series and the written article that it's based on came from an article authored by Phil Van Auken, a professor of business at Baylor University. Unfortunately, as far as I know, his article is no longer available online, but it contained many useful explanations of elements of Japanese culture that I found useful as a comparison for biblical culture. With that, we'll start the formal part of our series. In each of our vids, we'll look at 3 to 4 concepts discussed by Van Auken, who's going to appear as a sort of guest here. We'll end up with a total of 6 or 7 vids by the time we're done. I'll introduce the concept, offer a selection from Van Auken's analysis, and then give my own analysis of the biblical parallel. Enjoy it!
Foreign things have a different taste that Japanese may or may not find palatable. Among those things that are acceptable are apparel, accessories, foods, and other consumer tangibles, as well as movies, athletic studios, and music.
You can see a parallel to the idea of clean and unclean foods and objects, which we discuss in this vid. What Van Auken describes may as well be ritual purity, although there are undoubtedly differences in purpose and scope.
In ancient Japan, people possessed no legal rights, only obligation to political rulers. Thus, joining groups brought security and acceptance in the absence of legal rights, but also peer pressure to conform. Group members take care of their own, providing a measure of protection from the outside world, as well as social standing and power.
This is more or less a precise match for the biblical idea of a collective and of loyalty to the group, and of collective responsibility, which we discuss in this vid. People in the biblical world had no legal rights, only obligations to their rulers.
Gift-giving in present-day Japan has grown into one of the largest and most important commercial segments of the economy. There are 2 great gift-giving periods in today's Japan. On both of these occasions, the primary purpose of giving gifts follows the historical pattern of repaying favors and acknowledging obligations. It serves as insurance to help guarantee continued goodwill or patronage, and as a way to build up obligation for when favors might be needed in the future.
This is an exact match for the client-patron relationship in the biblical world, and again, the circle dance of gift-giving. It's what made Christianity's free gift of salvation so suspicious. We discussed that in this vid. And with that, that's all for this vid. We'll see you next time.